Hey guys, it's Darg. I'm going to talk a little bit about gear and how gear affects you, how you can check out whether you're going to benefit from it, and what you should be looking for as you're leveling. Gear is pretty class dependent. In the post on the Ning site, I'm going to put a really brief overview of what you should be looking for gear-wise, what type of gear. But in general, each class is going to be looking for either cloth or leather or mail armor. Cloth will be used by mages, priests, warlocks. Generally will have bonuses to spirit and intellect, things that help you cast more spells. Leather is used, at least in the beginning, by hunters, by druids, by shaman, and will generally have stats that will benefit those classes, agility, stamina, some stuff like that. Warriors and I'm drawing a blank here all of a sudden. We'll be looking for mail armor. That generally has the best armor level, will have strength and stamina, help them stay alive longer. So as you're questing around, often the quest will give you a reward of some armor. So for example, let's take a look at a quest here that's going to drop some armor for me. So here, this quest, once I kill these wandering elementals, I'll go turn it in, and I'll have my choice of what armor I can get as a benefit. So when you're choosing that, try to choose the thing that your class needs. If you're a hunter, look for leather armor. If you're a priest or a mage or something, look for cloth armor, something like that. Same goes for weapons. It gets a little crazier, and again, I'll put a little guide on the Ning site. But one of the important things to do when you're getting and experimenting with this armor is to remember that WoW is a little different than Second Life. In Second Life, you can basically find an outfit or an identity or a skin or something, put it on, and then live with that for the rest of your second life, basically. You can run around in that outfit forever. In WoW, it's really geared towards replacing items frequently, over and over again. You always constantly want to be upgrading your items. So as you're questing and as you're leveling and stuff, you should be constantly changing that gear out. So here I'm a level 11 druid. I can open up my character panel either by going down on my toolbar and clicking on it, or once again, I'm going to say this in probably every video I ever make, use your keyboard. There's shortcuts built in on your keyboard and make life really easy. The letter C opens up that character panel, opens and closes it, so you can do that really quickly. So one of the cool things is if you hover over, you'll see the information about your armor and gear and stuff that you have on. So for example, this vest has 39 armor. I'm trying to find something that has a damage bonus or something. It doesn't. Oh, here we go. Here, this set of pants has 58 armor, but it also gives me a +2 agility and +1 spirit. Those stats will influence a little bit about how and when I'd use abilities. For a druid, spirit is pretty important because it helps me regenerate mana, which means I can cast more spells more quickly. So when you get some new armor or new gear, you can find out if it's better for you pretty easily. So open up your bag. By default, I think B opens up all of your bags at once. I'm not sure. On my mains, I have a lot of macros and things keybound and stuff, so some of these might be a little off. But generally, if you press B or just hover over the bag, you'll open up your bag. So here I have some gear that I've collected, which may end up benefiting me more. So if you hover over it, here, for example, is a chest piece. You can see it has 58 armor, has some bonuses to stamina and intellect and some things. Now, I can either go hover, find a pen and paper or something, or just remember and hover over what I'm wearing, and then compare what those stats are. Or, this is a really convenient and relatively new feature from Blizzard, if you hold down while you're hovering over an item in your bag, and you hold down the Shift key, it'll bring up what you're currently equipped, and then it'll compare those to each other. So here I'm holding down Shift while I'm hovering over that piece of armor, and it's telling me that I'll gain 19 armor, 5 intellect, 4 stamina, and 5 critical strike if I equip this item. You can do that basically with any of the gear in your inventory. So again, I'm going to hover over this staff and hit Shift, and it'll tell me that I'm going to gain 2 spirit, 2 stamina. Same thing here. So hold down Shift as you're hovering, and you can compare what you're doing. Again, keep in mind that your class requires very specific things, and some classes can't wear certain types of armor. So for example, a warlock can't wear mail armor, but you can always wear under what your level is. So a warrior who normally wears mail armor can wear cloth, but generally it's not very ideal. But you can't go over your armor class. I know it gets a little weird here, and again, I'll put up a brief summary on the Ning site. But essentially, you can compare very easily. Just hold down Shift while you're hovering. You'll also notice on this that there's a little piece of red text in that item information that says requires level 12. It's red. Oops, it's red. Which means that I can't use it for some reason. Now, that can be either because it's the wrong type of armor, or in this case, I'm not high enough level to use this object. The key thing to remember, however, is that you're always wanting to get new and better gear. So if you are level 15 and you're still using gear that you got when you first started, you're probably not doing your ideal damage, and it's probably making it a lot harder. So you constantly want to be gearing and gearing and gearing. This is a collecting game. Your object is to collect the best crap, essentially. So hope this helps, and I'll see you in World.